it's that time of the year again. It's time for an oil change to the truck. I'm not just saying I do this once a year, but we're going to drain the oil out of this, and then we're going to undercoat this truck today. A lot of you guys watched my last year's video and asked me I should show you guys how I do it and where's the most areas that I want to spray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the oil out of the truck to use as the undercoating oil. Now the number one spots that we're going to want to do is around where these trucks normally rust, which is front fenders, box, cab corners, bottoms of doors, basically anywhere like that. Again, the box I'm going to pay a lot of attention to. But this truck here has now got 458,000 miles on it. And other than a few cosmetic dings and dents, this truck is pretty damn nice looking still. I haven't found any rust on it yet, and I want to keep it that way. So let's get the oil out of this truck, and then I'll show you guys the tool that I used to undercoat. This right here is the tool I use to undercoat my vehicles. Now this is not a fancy tool or anything like that. I actually got it from Matco, and I'm not exactly sure who makes it, but how it works is you just squeeze this trigger, which bends this and lets the air through, and then this tube right here goes all the way to the oil source of your choosing, and it sprays it out the tip of the nozzle with air. Now there's much better ones than this, and there's actually much simpler ones than this. If you go to Canadian Tire or Part Source, or I guess Harbor Freight, you can buy these things that are called rock guard sprayers, which work much better than this. But this is what I got, and I don't really want to go buy another thing because this one does work. It does spray very little at a time, but honestly, for the 2 hours it takes, I can do this whole truck. Now, it may not look like it, but it is actually about -3 out today. And what that means is this will not suck the oil through this very easily. And 1545, which comes out of this truck, does not go very easily at all, especially draining. I've been draining this truck for about 20 minutes now, and I don't even think I have half the oil out of it because of how cold the oil is. Now in retrospect, I should have done this in August or September, but it was pretty busy. So I've actually built something out of rims to heat oil, used motor oil, that is going to help make it much, much easier to spray. So the hotter the oil, the easier it is to spray. So with the oil heated, we're going to be able to spray it. Now, like I said, how this thing works is you just put air into it, it sprays and it sucks. That's it. And then you just aim it and it sprays it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a lot of oil on the front bumper. As you can see, some of the pitting's already started on the front bumper. We're not worried about this because this is plastic, but we're worried about this. We're going to do along the edge of the fender lines, inside of here, a lot of the places where the rust will sit, and I like this truck being rust-free, and rust is something that kills a lot of trucks in Ontario a lot quicker than it would have to. So by me putting 2 or 3 hours into it today and doing an oil change, all it's going to do is make this truck in better shape for next year. So let's get going. Now a lot of this time this process is not pretty. As you can see, we're basically putting used motor oil on the vehicle. But if you don't want to use used motor oil, you don't have to. You can use any type of oil you want. If you want to use vegetable oil, olive oil, use cooking oil, oil is oil, and oil keeps water away. So by doing this, we're keeping the oil away. Sorry, we're keeping the salt and the weather away. As you can see, we have it all the way around the mirrors. They like to go here, down along the doors, all inside the fender wells. Now this doesn't have to be a super labor-intensive process. As you can see, I now have this tool down inside the frame. So it is filling the frame with oil and spraying it everywhere that it needs to go. It actually goes into the air as well. That's why I do not do this inside. But it's soaking everything. And as it's doing that, I'm gonna go get a grease gun and do all my U-joints and all my greasable bearings and ball joints and stuff like that, because this is the perfect of the time to use it. It's winter. Winter's coming and you can't get around it. So all I can do is best prepare this truck for winter. So with under the wheel wells done, what we're going to do is we're going to switch our attention to the door. You want to do the locking mechanism? I drilled a hole to get inside the door where we're just going to put that and let it fill up the bottom of the door, spraying it across. Make sure your windows are up, that way they don't get covered in oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way around the seams, and then inside here where your hinges are, we're going to make sure the hinges are very well lubricated, and we're going to basically make sure that from basically the bottom hinge down, that the rockers are soaked all the way back, because with these Cummins, it is a very, very common problem about the bottoms of the doors and the rockers going. We will get underneath and inside the rockers as well to help any rust on the inside. But see, this right here is basically filling up all inside the bottom of the door. See, it's not a fast tool, but it does do the job. Like I said, there's better things out there. So underneath the door seal, up the edge of the door. Basically anywhere that rust and salt can sit. And then all inside your doors in. How I do this truck. I just take this and I jam it in places to make sure I get a good even coat of undercoating. And the used motor oil is looking great. As you can see where I've started adding thicker oil to this to make it stick a little bit better. Now the real secret is you spend all this time putting the undercoating on your vehicle, don't go wash your vehicle. Let it sit like this all winter long. All it's going to do is help the salt and the water stay off your vehicle. By washing this off, you're basically getting rid of the whole reason you put it on there. So this will stay like this. I may wash the handle off, so the white stuff is handle, the brake piece is fine. But that's about it. Everything else on the truck will stay like this all spring. Now last winter I left this on there all winter long. And I had no issues. Come spring, I took it and I did a nice wash. I washed it with a soapy sponge hand cloth thingy. Great job all over the vehicle, and it came back to a nice shine. Now, a lot of people say that this is bad for your paint. It probably is. Like, I wouldn't do this on a paint job that cost you 30 grand, but in the long run, this saves so much extra pain and rust and money on bodywork is just by doing this. And you take a look, it also lubricates everything. So chances of you having like a door squeak or anything like that is pretty much null and void now. Now, as you can see, I've done a lot of the outside, but I've also done the inside of the rockers and a lot of the box on the inside as well. every vehicle pretty much wants to rot out in the wheel wells, but make sure you do the wheel wells really, really well, inside and out, front and back, and anywhere where there's a lot of motion, like door handles, window sills, mirrors, anywhere that catches the wind and will make salt sit, make sure you take care of those spots, because those are the spots that are going to cause the issue. But, as you guys may notice, I only have one side of this truck done. That still means I have to do the other side, so I'm going to get to that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow, and that is going to be another year with no rust on my dodge.